I'm Sharon Little.
And I'm Amy Kirby, and we're touching our world here at Shays Mountain Baptist Church through the Hand.mov ministry.
The birth of our ministry actually started when a family who had been former members of Shays Mountain were going to move back into the area, and they had a Down syndrome child that they had to take into consideration accommodations that would be made for him in a church setting. God called out, I would say 4 of us that have been together these whole 10 years. It all started with one child and one family, and it has grown well beyond our dreams and expectations.
Statistics tell us that 19% of people in America have a disability, and they are, by and large, a unchurched population. It's people that can't go to church easily. The parents cannot be more grateful. It gives them an opportunity to worship, to be involved, and know not only that their child is just being taken care of, but that their child is loved and in a nurturing environment for them, that it's not just childcare, we're not babysitting, that we're really teaching that child about God's Word and about Jesus and all the things that their other children would be learning at church. I guess if we have struggles, which every ministry does, one of our struggles is just the dynamics when a new child enters our church. But when you have a special needs population of children and everybody gets comfortable in their setting, then when you introduce a different personality into that room or into the mix, it changes things, and it means more volunteers. We think we've got it, and then it changes, and we think we've got it, and it changes. On any given Sunday, we probably have 15 to 20 kids, some in worship, some in big church, some in children's worship, some in worship here downstairs in preschool, some in Sunday school classes with a buddy, some in our classroom, some without a buddy. I mean, it is dynamic and it is fluid, and that makes it hard to keep up with it. They are not hand-in-hand kids. They are our church members, and they are members of a loving, caring body of Shays Mountain Baptist believers. And when, over the last 5 years, Sunday school classes are doing things like Parents' Night Out, having an Easter egg hunt for our children. We've got people helping with hand-in-hand support groups. So it's not just our everyday volunteers, but it is church-wide. And that, to me, is just an extremely exciting thing that's going on here.
You know, in John 9, the disciples see the blind man, and they ask Jesus, why was he born like that? Was it his parents' sin that caused that? Was it his sin? And, you know, Jesus said, it wasn't his sin. He was born that way to glorify me. And there is nothing more rewarding to me than seeing our children, many of whom are basically nonverbal, get into a worship situation where there's praise music, and you turn around and these children are lifting their hands in praise to the Lord. And you know, they get it. They know that they are worshiping God.
Since our ministry began 12 years or so ago, our kids have grown up. We've watched children that came in at young ages, 6, 7, early elementary school, and are now teenagers and some young adults. And in fact, one area of our ministry that I'm really excited about that's expanding is our college age ministry. Now our age range runs from about 2.5 years old to 23 or so. So it's not just children, it is the whole spectrum.
One of the highlights of our year is our VBS program. We have not only most of our children who typically come are members of our church, but we have a lot of outside children, community children that come that do not typically come to our church.
I think it boils down to 2 things for me. One is we serve these children just as any other children in the church. We teach them about God's Word and help them to grow in their walk with Him. and we serve the families. And it's twofold. Our purpose is absolutely, they do go hand in hand, to serve the families so that they know anytime the doors of this church are open, they are going to be able to themselves get involved and the rest of their family, and to have a time where they can worship, where they can serve, and again know that their child is not just being taken care of, but that their child is in a wonderful learning environment